In this video, we dive into the most revealing conversation between Kamala Harris and Stephen Bartlett from the Diary of a CEO. Kamala opens up about the state of America, her shocking 2024 election loss, and her thoughts on Trump, Biden, and leadership. We have broken down this powerful talk into 10 key takeaways that uncover emotions, untold stories, and lessons from her life and career. Stay tuned till the end, because every takeaway will leave you thinking deeply about where America is heading and what it takes to stand tall in chaos. Takeaway 1. Why Kamala says America is in serious trouble. Kamala Harris told Stephen Bartlett that she believes America is standing at a dangerous turning point. She said that the country is becoming divided by greed, fear, and hate, and that too many leaders are focused on power instead of people. Kamala said she sees working families struggling while billionaires are building ballrooms and buying influence. She looked visibly upset when describing how special needs children are losing educational help because of funding cuts, while the powerful are hosting champagne parties. She said, "The harm is extraordinary." According to Kamala, America is no longer a country where hard work guarantees dignity. Instead, it is becoming a place where the strong take advantage of the weak and where lies spread faster than truth. She warned that the loss of empathy and justice could break the nation completely if people stop paying attention. For example, she spoke about parents of children with disabilities who cannot get government support anymore, while wealthy donors get tax breaks. To her, this is what happens when power is used for personal gain instead of public good. Kamala's voice was calm but firm as she said that what is happening today is not only about one person or one party, it is the result of years of neglect, greed, and manipulation that have left the country wounded. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 2. The night Kamala felt America slipping away. Kamala described election night of 2024 as one of the darkest moments of her life. She was in her hotel room with her team when the campaign manager called and said they were missing 200,000 votes they could not find. Kamala said she went completely silent and could only repeat, "My God, my God, my God." She said she was not sad for herself, but for what would happen to the country. She knew that many working people, single mothers, and students would suffer under the next administration. She compared the feeling to losing her mother, saying it was grief mixed with disbelief. She said she could already see what was coming, like a slow-moving storm destroying everything they had built. For example, she mentioned that she expected education cuts, higher prices, and loss of health coverage, and unfortunately, those things did happen. She said it was not about losing power. It was about knowing what that loss meant for millions of people. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 3, facing Trump on stage and keeping her cool. When Kamala talked about debating Donald Trump, she said the key was to stay calm and even enjoy the process. Before stepping on stage, she drew a smiley face on her notepad to remind herself to have fun. She said, "The person who's having fun wins." She knew that Trump loved to provoke and create chaos, so she focused on staying composed. She even found humor in his outrageous comments. For example, when he claimed that Haitian immigrants were eating cats and dogs, she said she could hardly believe her ears but decided not to react emotionally. Instead, she smiled and let him unravel himself. Kamala explained that Trump's method was to say something shocking to distract people from real issues like the economy or healthcare. She called it gaslighting and said the only way to defeat it was to keep focusing on facts and compassion. Her message was that leadership is not about shouting louder, but about staying steady in the middle of madness. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 4. How power and prejudice shaped her strength. Kamala told Stephen that being a woman of color in politics meant walking into many rooms where no one looked like her. She said she learned to enter those spaces with her chin up and shoulders back, remembering the people who believed in her. Her mother's voice guided her, always saying, "You tell them who you are." Kamala shared how her first-grade teacher, Mrs. Wilson, once told her she was special and later attended her law school graduation. That simple belief helped her survive countless moments of doubt. She said it is easy to shrink when people underestimate you, but confidence is not arrogance. It is self-respect. For example, when some male colleagues dismissed her early in her career, she stood her ground and made sure her ideas were heard, even if she had to repeat them twice. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 5, the lessons she learned about leadership. When asked what earns real respect, Kamala said it starts with clarity. Before speaking, she always decides what message she wants to share and breaks down complex issues into simple, logical points. She also said that appearance still plays a role in how people judge character, even though it should not. Growing up in the Black church taught her that dressing well is not about vanity, but about showing dignity. She said when a leader walks into a room on time, prepared and proud of their presence, people listen differently. For example, during her years as Attorney General, she made sure her team always arrived early to every meeting because it silently showed discipline and commitment. Kamala believes leadership means earning respect through calmness and preparation rather than through ego or force. We're halfway through the video. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're enjoying it, hit the thumbs up and share it in your WhatsApp groups. If you'd like to support us, please tap the thanks button below. It helps us keep making great content. Drop a comment and don't forget to hit subscribe for more. Now let's continue with the video. Takeaway 6, how losing taught her to rise again. Kamala admitted that dropping out of the 2019 presidential race was painful. She said they ran out of money and energy, but she learned how important it is to fail gracefully and keep moving forward. The experience showed her that every closed door can lead to another one. For example, soon after that setback, she received a call from Joe Biden asking her to be his running mate. The secrecy around that meeting felt like a movie scene, with cars switching in parking lots so no one could see her. That moment reminded her that life often rewards persistence, not perfection. She said, "You cannot let one loss define your story. You just learn and get ready for the next chapter." Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 7, the emotional price of chasing power. Kamala said running for president is one of the hardest things a person can do. It is exhausting and often cruel. She said you have to wake up every day knowing that strangers will hate you, twist your words, or spread lies about you. The only way to survive is to know why you are doing it. If it is for power or fame, the pressure will crush you. But if it is for something larger than yourself, you will endure. Kamala explained that she kept going because she believed in protecting people's dignity, not her own image. For example, she said she often received hateful messages online, but chose to focus on the thousands of letters from young women who said she inspired them to dream bigger. That gave her strength to continue. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 8, what her past taught her about pain and empathy. Kamala spoke about her years as a prosecutor and how they exposed her to the darkest sides of humanity. She said that dealing with cases of child abuse and violence left deep emotional scars. She remembered one little girl who could not testify against her abuser, and Kamala cried in the courthouse bathroom because she knew the jury would not convict. She said moments like that taught her that justice is not always guaranteed, but compassion should never disappear. To stay centered, she developed simple routines. She wakes up early and exercises every morning, no matter how little she has slept, because it keeps her strong in body and mind. She said her job has always been about protecting those who cannot protect themselves. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 9, the lessons she learned from missing Joe Rogan's show. Kamala admitted that one of her biggest regrets from the campaign was not appearing on Joe Rogan's podcast. She said she wanted to go, but her advisors told her it would be a bad idea since they believed Joe supported Trump. In hindsight, she said she should have gone anyway. She believes podcasting is now one of the most powerful ways to reach real people directly. She explained that when she went on Fox News with Brett Baier, she did it because she wanted to speak to people who might disagree with her. She felt she could have done the same on Rogan's show. For example, she said even if someone dislikes you, they might still respect you after hearing your story in your own words. She believes that in today's world, transparency matters more than perfect messaging. Now let's move to the last takeaway. Takeaway 10, love, loss, and finding strength again. Toward the end of the conversation, Kamala spoke about her mother and her husband, Doug. She said her mother was only 5 feet tall, but had the strength of a giant. When Kamala was running for office, she once told her mother, "They said they're going to kick my ass," and her mother smiled as if to say, "Let them try." Kamala said that memory gives her courage even now. She described her husband Doug as her rock, someone who makes her laugh when she feels broken. She said true success is not about titles, but about love. and about the people who help you stand back up when you fall. For example, she shared that after the 2024 loss, she and Doug did not speak about it for months because it was too painful. But when they finally did, it brought them peace. Kamala ended by saying that even when life defeats you, never let your spirit be defeated, because that is when they truly win. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support this channel, hit the thanks button below. It really helps us keep going. If you enjoyed this summary, please leave a like and share it in your WhatsApp groups. To join discussion about this video, drop a comment below. And for more videos like this, hit the subscribe button below.